Hey everyone, Lynn here. Alright, so today I'm not talking about some broad macro trend or another FANG stock. I'm talking about a special situation. And for those of you who know me, you know I love digging into these. We're looking at a company called IREN, Iris Energy. Now, if you ran a screener on them 6 months ago, you'd probably roll your eyes. You'd say, Lynn, that's a Bitcoin miner. It's capital heavy, it's cyclical, it's basically just a high beta play on a volatile asset. Hard pass. And you know what? You would have been right. But the IREN of today is not the IREN of 6 months ago. Their entire investment story is now anchored by a massive $9.7 billion 5-year cloud contract with Microsoft. Yeah, that Microsoft. That contract changes everything. IREN is in the middle of a massive pivot, turning from a simple miner into a vertically integrated AI data center operator. And this isn't just some glossy, we love AI slide in a pitch deck. It's a fundamental business shift with a $10 billion validation stamp from one of the biggest tech giants on Earth. This story is messy, and the market is confused. How do you value a company that's half old world commodity, half new world AI? This is where you need real, in-depth research. I was digging into a new, super detailed valuation report on IREN from the team at AlphaPilot, and their analysis just nails the opportunity. AlphaPilot's big idea is that the market is still valuing IREN with one foot stuck in the past, the Bitcoin world. And it hasn't fully priced in what happens if or when they successfully execute this massive AI build-out. And the only way to value this is a sum of the parts analysis. You have to break it apart. So first things first, why would Microsoft even bother with these guys? The answer isn't just about getting GPUs. The answer is power. Look, in this AI arms race, compute is the weapon, but power is the territory. You can't run an AI army without plugging it in. And IREN, because of its mining background, spent years quietly securing the one thing that is now the single biggest bottleneck for AI: massive scale, cheap energy. The AlphaPilot report highlights this as IREN's killer advantage. They control nearly 3 gigawatts of power capacity. That is a deep structural moat that you can't just build overnight. Okay, so here's how AlphaPilot breaks down the valuation. It's clean, it's a 3-part story. First, let's look at the old business, the Bitcoin mining ops. Using a conservative 8x multiple, AlphaPilot pegs the mining business at about $4 billion. Their Treasury Assets. This is just mark to market. They're sitting on a pile of Bitcoin. That's worth another $1 billion. Now this is the key. Add those 2 legacy parts together, and you get what AlphaPilot calls a value firewall. This is a tangible, yes, volatile, but real value floor of around 17 to 18 bucks a share. It's your downside protection. So if the stock is trading around 46 and the firewall gives you 17, what are you really paying for? You're paying for the AI business. The math implies the market is valuing this huge Microsoft-backed AI infrastructure play at around $8.15 billion. And that's the bull case. AlphaPilot's SOT analysis adds up to the current stock price of $46.36. So you might say, Lynn, the market has it right. It's perfectly priced. Exactly. It's priced perfectly for today. But the buy rating and the 59.60 price target aren't about today. They're about what happens in the next 12 to 18 months. That $13 gap, that 28.5% upside, is what the report calls the de-risking premium. Think about it. Right now, the market is pricing in a ton of execution risk. It's basically saying, this is hard, you'll probably screw it up. But as IREN actually delivers, as they deploy those GPUs, as those data centers come online, and as Microsoft's checks start clearing, that risk fades. Every milestone they hit, that risk discount shrinks, and the stock re-rates higher. That's the trade. You're betting on execution. Now, for this audience, I know what you're thinking. Lynn, what's the catch? And there are big ones. This is a special sit, not a widows and orphans stock. The AlphaPilot report is blunt about this. 1. Financing and dilution. This is the big one. This build-out costs billions. That $1.9 billion advance from Microsoft is a fantastic, non-dilutive shot in the arm, but it's not enough to cover everything. If they can't get good debt terms, the alternative is printing stock, and we all know what that means. 2. Execution risk. This is a massive, massive operational lift. We're talking deploying over 100,000 high-performance GPUs. Any big delay, any major cost overrun, and investors will flee. 3. Supply chain. They're relying on Dell and ultimately NVIDIA to deliver the goods. A bottleneck there becomes a bottleneck for IREN's revenue. And 4. Bitcoin price. That value firewall is great, but it's a moving target. If Bitcoin tanks, it hurts their cash flow, it hurts their balance sheet, and it makes financing this whole pivot a lot harder. So here's the trade. The call is a buy with a 59.60 target. This is a high-risk, high-reward play. You're betting that a management team that was smart enough to secure gigawatts of power can now execute this complex AI build-out, all while being anchored by one of the best partners you could ask for. So, what am I watching for in the next 0 to 6 months? I'm watching 3 things like a hawk. Show me the money. I want to see the full financing package for the CapEx. How are they paying for the rest of this? Show me the progress. In the next earnings reports, I want hard numbers. How many GPUs are deployed? How many megawatts are online? I want to see that first dollar of AI revenue from Microsoft. And show me the check. I want to see the formal SEC filing that confirms that $1.9 billion is in the bank. This is one of the most interesting asymmetric opportunities. It's a bet on a real, tangible transformation. What do you all think? Is the execution risk just too high? Or is this the ground floor of a new AI infrastructure giant? Drop your thoughts in the comments. See you next time.